All right, just checked. You can hear me loud and clear, right? Okay, very good. Let's begin today's contents. So welcome back, everyone. So today is today is Friday, not Thursday. Let me change it a bit. Friday, right? Friday, 12th November. 13th. I didn't change the time. Sorry. Okay, so what's the contents today? Firstly, I will give you a weekly summary on the market performance. And then secondly, I will share with you how do I capture sets S58. When I was checking in the morning, it actually sold by more than 8%. Now it's more than 6%, a drop a bit, right? So this is super short-term speculation. So how do I capture sets? Let us share with you. And then apart from sets, I also got some members asking me about how to deal with NIO, Li Auto, and Xpeng because these three electric vehicles, they're still quite strong, right? But last night quite strong, but Li Auto and Xpeng have been quite active, volatile recently. So they sold away. Some people sold away, and then after last night's rally, they feel regretted. They feel regretted about selling early, too early. So later I share with you my point of view how to deal with these three shares, okay, including NIO, still quite strong, but people simply feel it's too high. So some people cannot let's say resist the temptation to sell because it's already too high, right? Okay, so that's the contents. And then the final part, I still will diagnose your individual stocks, right? So I hope you can get your stocks ready and WhatsApp me in advance. This is my WhatsApp number, 6592312305. You need to WhatsApp me your stock name or the ticker so that I can diagnose for you, okay? You need to WhatsApp me in advance. Now you can WhatsApp me already, okay? Let's check the market performance because, okay, so before the market performance, right? So this is also very important. You need to know that all the stocks mentioned in the video for the purpose of demonstration and educational recommendation. Investors should be aware of the risks involved in stock trading, take full responsibilities for their own tradings, okay? So now we check the market performance. Firstly, about the Nasdaq, right? So for Nasdaq, we have mentioned about this high price of this previous Tai Chi, around 11,900. Okay, so this is because also the half level of the long bearish candle I mentioned. If in near future the price can break up, maybe the correction may not come immediately. But last night, the price began to drop again. Although now it's still around the small upward gap here, right? So this gap until last night still is the support level, but now the market situation becomes unclear because no significant movement last night. The price didn't either break up the resistance or it didn't drop below the support here, right? So means we need to keep a close eye on it. So the market is it hasn't yet made a decision to choose a direction. Okay, so if it drops below, higher probability might even drop further, right? The support below the yellow lines here. Okay, so this is about the Nasdaq. Then for S&P 500, right? So S&P 500 last night also dropped. All the three major indexes of the U.S. market dropped last night. And for S&P 500, the high of the previous yellow Tai Chi is around 3,566, around the level. And we see the previous gap here, right? Still, it's acting as a support. The price last night, although it's a big drop, didn't break down the support level here. So maybe if tonight it drop below, then confirmed, market might drop further. So this is the correction would come immediately. But if the price can break up, go back above the 3,566, that level means in near future it might further go up a bit before the big correction, the the correction come. Okay, so this is for S&P 500, and then finally for Dow Jones. Dow Jones, it has made some significant movement because we see last night the drop already below the top of this upward gap here. Of course, this is a big, wide upward gap. So last night the low price used to cover partially this gap, right? But not fully covered. So if this is some, let's say some hint, the market is conveying to us, maybe in near future Dow Jones might drop further to cover the gap first, okay, this gap. So if Dow Jones drop to cover the gap, then for the other two indexes, maybe also possible would drop below the significant support levels. So it means now the market situation, the probability still is high that in near future the correction is coming. Okay, unless, as what I have mentioned, the price can hold around the level and then go up, break up the resistance levels above. But for Dow Jones, actually no resistance above. As long as this level, the gap, the top of the gap here can hold, tonight the price can go back above. Maybe the price still can remain strong recently. And the other two other indexes can break up the resistance levels I mentioned just now. Maybe the upward momentum can remain. All else, otherwise, the correction still might come, higher probability. Okay, so then, so considering the U.S. market begin to drop last night, and of course our Singapore always follow, right? Our STI always follow, and until now, our STI, the price is around 2,700. This is the current value, 2,700. And one thing we need to pay attention to is this small yellow candle. Maybe you cannot see very clearly, but it is a small yellow candle. This is the yellow Tai Chi. Previously, we see we have a long yellow Tai Chi, a very long candle. Here it's a doji, but it is a yellow Tai Chi. We know that yellow Tai Chi signal is the danger alert signal, right? So today, because the low price of the yellow Tai Chi last night you can check, yesterday you can check, 2,695. So the price now is still above that level. But if today, in the end, the price drop below this level, right, 2,695, then high probability the correction would come in near future, because we know the Tai Chi, once effectively broken down, usually there would be a correction. Success rate is very high, means if the price drop below the low of the yellow Tai Chi, continue dropping further, and this bar of chip distribution relatively long, the value is around 2,640. I mentioned this to you yesterday, right? You still remember, right? 2,640, that's the first target level. If the downward momentum is strong, drop further to touch this one. This long blue bar, longer than this one, right? So this one is around, the top is around 2,575. And then the final defense line is around 2,515. So it's close to 2,500, right? So these are the future support levels for STI in near future, because Tai Chi already appeared danger alert signal. And if STI give us the alert signal, you can imagine actually DBS also show us the alert signal. You check, this is a chart for DBS yesterday. Yeah, this is yesterday, right? So already we got the Tai Chi signal already. And today, if we check the current price for DBS, where is DBS? Give me 1 minute. D05. Give me a moment. Okay, so actually DBS, after the Tai Chi signal, the danger alert signal, right? once the price, because it's very high recently, it's already very high, so a correction is necessary. So actually now the price is already below the low of the Tai Chi signal. So higher probability the price would drop. But of course this gap here, right? So this upward gap here is still acting as some sort of support. The level might hold for a while, but may not be it's also possible that would drop below. Once it drops below the top of the gap, then correction no doubt would come for DBS, which is much expected, right? Because we know this rally for DBS is very forceful one, just in a very short time. So a correction is necessary and is expected. We're expecting the correction, because after the correction here, the price maybe cover the gap, if can even drop further to touch the white lines. That would be the bias, because the price would be at a low position again. If the price gets above here, turn upward again, that would be the best timing to consider to buy again for the banks. Taking DBS as an example, right? So this is for the market, general market performance. And now let's come to talk about these sets, all right? So sets, if we check the end of the chart, actually, this is until yesterday, right? So the price gave us the birth of that horse. The price already break up the last white line of Homely Rainbow. But for short term, you see it's quite high. After this big upward gap here, it's quite high, right? But the price just didn't show the sign of going downward, right? Because the big was also above 75%. It's almost around 100%. And it happens that yesterday we got two news. So if you have been following my Facebook public page, Trade with Homely chart, right? So you see the time here is 13 hours ago, which is last night around around 10 o'clock. Last night around 10 o'clock, I actually posted this one, and this is the chart, right, for sets I made last night, and there were two news just newly came out last night around 10 p.m. The first news said that sets a reported 33.2 million loss for quarter 2, but it managed to narrow down the loss from 43.7 million because of the staff cost is down by 61.3%. Actually, this is good news, right? Although big loss, but the loss is narrowed down because of a staff cost down, right? So means some layoffs. But after that, of course, would be good news for sites. And then sooner after that news, there came another news. The second news is that it is capable of transporting Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine, which must be kept at minus 70 degrees Celsius. So these two news came on end, one to the other very closely, around 10 p.m. last night. So when I saw the news, I quickly make this post, and I feel that today the performance for very short term, right, there might be a rally. So I said with these two news, will the price tomorrow gap up open after this? Although recent forceful rally is very forceful one, but tomorrow might still be quite strong. That was my expectation last night. And if you are my member, I already WhatsApp you this post, right? I believe you already got this post, but have you followed it this morning? And if we check the performance, S58. Okay, so this is up until now. Until now, the rally is around 6.39%, and the high price, it used to reach as high as $3.94, more than 8%. Okay, so how do we, let's see, how can we catch this kind of opportunity? The first thing is, this is pure speculation, all right? So this is the first, most important thing. You need to know that this is pure speculation because I mentioned this is a very forceful rally for short term after the big upward gap here. It's already very high. I shared with you previously, never chase after the rally, right? This is the Aaron principle here. But if you want to do some very short-term speculation, if you have the rich experience, right? Actually, you can do it. Because we know the news, right? The role played by the news, this is the catalyst. News would be the catalyst. Stimulated by the good news came out last night, right? So higher probability, people would many people would still chase after it. So the price would just go up, still continue going up a bit. But this might be just a short-term speculation. If you really want to catch it, right? So in the morning, when the market open, you enter, right? You enter, or maybe last night you already can queue in, right? You queue in the price for yesterday, right? The close price for yesterday is $3.60. So let's say you can queue in around $3.65 or $3.65 or $3.60 also can, because today the price used to drop to as low as $3. Today $3.61. So 60 cannot. Maybe you make it higher, $3.65. Definitely you can buy in. If you fear that you cannot buy in, you can queue higher, $3.65 or $3, even $3.70. 70 is a bit high, right? It's a bit high, 70. But you might be able to buy in today. And after this rally, of course, we know this is the very super short-term speculation. So when the market saw to be around $3.94, then what you need to do is you can check the mini chart a bit. For example, 15-minute chart, right? So 15-minute chart, see, in the 15-minute chart, we already got a white circle. If it's already white circle in the mini chart, of course, you can already take profit. To secure, at least you can secure 6% of profit for today. But this is really the super short-term speculation. You just want to play, okay, if you have the rich experience. So this is how I capture the opportunity here. So have you captured? So if maybe you are not that type, never mind. We still have a lot of opportunities in future after, let's say, the banks, after the correction. In future, you can catch that type of profit. But if you are the speculative type, maybe you can catch sets if you have the method. Okay, you have the method. Of course, in future, I would be happy to share with you all my trading experiences. But yes, you want to learn with me, you need to contact me, right? Okay, so this is for how I capture the sets. And then the other problem is about the electric vehicles. Let's check NIO, okay? Oh, sorry. Okay, so what's the problem? Okay, so for NIO, actually, this one is not that difficult to deal with, because if you follow the trading system here, this is the first risk circle, this is the confirmation, you buy in, then you keep holding, although we have the danger alert signal here, right? So this is the danger alert signal, but you see, after that, the price, it never dropped below the low of the yellow Tai Chi, so you actually can keep holding until last night. You don't have to sell too early. And if you haven't yet sold away, so you don't need to worry because you already secured a big profit here. Even if the price really begin to drop, let's say tonight, right? Even if it begin to drop tonight, you still, the worst thing would happen is the price drop below the Tai Chi signal. I believe by then the circle would turn white also. You take profit. You already secured the profit here. So what are you fear for, right? What do you fear for here? Actually, no need to worry about this one. You follow the trading system here because your profit is already a big one. So you don't need to worry that much about this because you already can secure a big profit, right? So this is about NIO. So if, let's say, if the price didn't drop, right? It continued going up. Then you just secure bigger profits. If it drops, so you take profit. Okay, it's quite simple, right? Let's make stock investment as simple as possible. Don't try to make it so complicated, right? And then the more tricky one would be Xpeng. Yes, that one is tricky because its price is quite volatile. And actually, I also mentioned about Xpeng when we have the yellow Tai Chi signal here, right? But you see, here, considering the price now is very far away from the red circle here. I mentioned before, right? If the price very far away from the circle, so it's possible that the price might drop to be close to the circle or even to touch the circle. So means at this moment, we have a high risk. Okay, we have high risk here. Uncertainty, very high uncertainty here. So if you feel frightened and you don't want to take risk, all right, after you see it, then maybe you can, let's say, sell the following day. No problem, right? Because you made a decision. You don't want to take the risks, the potential risks, the uncertainties, the high uncertainties, right? But if you, on the other hand, you want to, let's say, catch potential greater profit in future, because at this moment, the price, no decision is made. The price didn't drop below the low of the Tai Chi, so actually you are still safe because the danger alert signal is not confirmed, right? So if you still want to catch a potential bigger profit in future, then you have to take this high uncertainty here. You have to take higher risks because this is the market regularity which cannot be changed. The market regularity is higher risks, a higher profit accompanied by higher risks. If you want higher profit, you have to take higher risks. Whatever method you use, you apply, right? So you cannot change this market regularity here. You have to take higher risks if you want to make bigger profit. If you don't want to take higher risks, means you have to accept the fact that sometimes you might lose some profits. Your profit may not be the biggest at some times. So there is no way out. You have to make a decision between the two. You cannot, let's say, make a choice that you can get very higher profit, but you take lower risks. That's against the market regularity, you know. So you cannot change it. So you only can accept it. Means what? For if you don't want to take high risks, high uncertainties, you already secured the profit. This 2-day big rally, right? So the price is sold last night. You don't regret because this is your choice. You have made a choice. You need to be responsible for your own decisions. You made a choice that you don't want to take the high risks, means you already accept the fact that it's okay to miss some potential higher profit in future. Yes, and then if you, let's say you are the one who want to take higher risks to secure, to make even greater potential profit in future, then let's say the following day, the price still, close price is still remain above the low of the yellow Tai Chi signal, right? So the sell point is never confirmed. So you can safely keep holding. So you secure the big rally last night. Okay, so this is how we can deal with Xpeng. So actually there's no contradiction, only that you cannot, you are too greedy. You want very high profit. You want to catch every opportunity. You catch all the profit, but you don't want to take any risk. I tell you, it's impossible. What we can do is, we trade off between the risks and the profits. If after you measure it, the risks are relatively speaking lower than the potential profit, then you take it. If you feel that the risk is too high for you to bear, to undertake, then I give up. Even if in future the price soared, it has nothing to do with me. I accept the fact. I miss it because this is my choice. I made a choice. I made a decision. I take responsibilities for my own decisions. Okay, so it's the same logic to deal with Li Auto, right? Because Li Auto also last night it soared. Yeah, okay. So you see, for this one, even you trade based on the yellow Tai Chi, right? So you have to stop loss actually. You have to stop loss, right? But let's say we always say we have a final defense line, right? Don't forget about our red and white circle. I mentioned the red and white circle is the final defense line. When the price drops to touch the red circle, that's the support. No doubt, this is support. And then if we are lucky, the price gets support. It would happen sometimes like last night for Xpeng, right? But here also is you have to trade off between the potential risks and the potential profit. Because here also is the price very far away from the red circle. So you are aware of the fact that once the price drop below the low of the Tai Chi, the price might drop further to touch the red circle. Then you need to measure this range. So if you have bought previously based on the trading principle, this is the confirmation day. You bought in there. Then you need to make a decision. If really you want to wait for the support here, then you may not be able to get the profit here. Because what if the circle, the support is not strong enough, it turned white, then you totally lose the profit here. Of course, you will not incur too much losses because your buy point is here. Even if it turned white circle, your loss is limited. It's a very limited one. It's a very small loss, right? But this is one thing you need to measure. The other thing is, if you don't want to take the potential risk here, you just sell away this day, right? You sell away this day, then you don't regret we have the rally last night. Okay, but if you are happy to take the risk here, the risk that if the circle turn white, you have no profit, then you're happy to take the risk. Then it's red circle support, successful one with a lucky dog. Then you secure last night soaring. This is how we trade off between the risks and chances, the risks and the profit. All right, so that's my sharing today. And let's check the stocks you'd like to diagnose. Let me check who WhatsApped me. Okay, so there is one. Want to check DDOG, right? So DDOG. Let's check this DDO. Datadog. Okay. Firstly, the price already dropped below the yellow lines, right? The price already below the yellow lines here. This is 9th November. Means higher probability will be weak. Although it's a red circle, but you see the first red circle here never confirmed because the following day close price lower than the high of the first red circle candle. So no confirmation for the buy point. Rather, it keep dropping further below the yellow line. So means now touch. So I don't know your cost price. You didn't give me your cost price. So I actually cannot, I don't know how to give you advice because I don't know your current situation. You are buying, you are looking to buy, or you already bought, you are stuck or something, or you bought last night. I don't have details, so I can only give you a general analysis, right? The performance now. Of course, the red circle here is the support. You see, last night the price touched the circle, then rebounded, right? Go back because this is support. And also this is the blue lines. The lines here and the red circle are the support. But it doesn't mean that we can buy. It doesn't mean it's safe to buy because the retailers are increasing. The big boys are actually decreasing. And the other thing is, usually if the price drop below the yellow lines, right? So if it remains below the yellow lines for 3 days, it's already confirmed weak for medium-term trading. Okay, it's already weak. Higher probability is already weak. Unless tonight, big rise, the price can go back above the yellow lines again. Or else, the chances are very slim for this one. Okay, so this is for this DDOG. Do we have some other stock to check? Okay, all right, I got this other one, 0213. This is Malaysia stock. Okay, all right, still can check. 0213. 0213. Oh, yeah, this one, it's the first red circle last night, right? Yesterday, sorry. This is yesterday. First red circle. The only problem is we have some retailers here. The big boys now is just around 25%. Yesterday, the first red circle candle, we need to wait for the confirmation. That's one thing. The other thing is we see for a while the price is sideways within the box area here, right? So before the price can really break up the top of the box area, so I think maybe it's not very safe to enter this one. Considering now it's still a bit weak, the retailer's still there. Big boys just around 25%, and actually you check this level, it's just around the low price of the previous yellow Tai Chi signal, right? So because this is a very long yellow Tai Chi signal, the range here is a big one, right? So if the price can break up the bottom here, so higher probability maybe can continue going up further until it touch the high of this previous yellow Tai Chi signal resistance level. This is a very big rising space here. But before the price can safely break up the low of the Tai Chi here, it's not that safe. On that day, the low price is 80 cents. So before the price can safely go up to be higher than 80 cents, may not be that safe. Okay, we can check the current, the latest status quo for this Malaysia stock. Okay. Already changed? Yeah, what's the code again? 0213, right? 0213. Okay, we go back to the daily chart. Yes, today it's a weak rise. Now it's 1.33 3%. So need to monitor. Need to monitor. It's not that safe now. Okay. So what's the other one to check? Okay, there's another friend who want to check SunPower 5GD. Yeah, SunPower we have mentioned. Are you still holding? Because previously we when we have the buy point here and we have the confirmation, this is the one I have been monitoring all the time. In my videos recently, I actually talk about it for several times at the key points, right? So if you are following the video, and if you're Homely member, you are following the software indication, I believe you're still keep holding, right? So I didn't check it today. Check it now. Okay, so today until now it's a small doji here, right? It's a small doji here. So based on our trading principles, this is the long bullish candle, the half level it hold. You remember when it is 6th November, that day is a big drop for SunPower, right? So I mentioned as long as the half level can hold, no need to sell, no need to panic. So now up until now, if you follow this rule, up until now you are still holding, right? But of course for this one we have a problem. The price just cannot hit a new high for already 1 week. The price cannot hit a new high. But even if it cannot hit a new high, now we're quite safe because it's safely above the half level. And now you see when the price keeps sideways here, the circle now is already very close to the price. This will be very strong support for SunPower. So maybe in near future the price can get support, can turn upward again. So if you have bought, you can keep holding this one. Okay, you can keep holding this one. Okay, so no other stock to check. Okay, so all right, so today only 3 stocks, right? Okay, so before we finish, I have news to announce. Okay, one thing is about this weekend, right? So this weekend we have very good seminars for you. Sunday afternoon, right? So this Sunday afternoon, we have a seminar 2 to 4 p.m. All right. So this one will teach you how to maximize your profit after the U.S. election, because the lecturer here is especially rich with experience for U.S. market trading. So if you are interested in the U.S. market, right? Even if you are not really trading U.S., but you want to know more about the U.S. market, this would be a chance that you never want to miss, because it's not like every day our lecturer Linda can give you the chance to attend her sessions, because usually Linda's sessions are not open for non-members, right? So this is a chance you definitely don't want to miss. Okay, so if you are interested in this seminar here, right? This Sunday one, 2 to 4 p.m. You WhatsApp me your name so that I can register for you for free, right? This is important for you to catch the future profit. Actually, the methods you apply them for U.S. market, applicable for Singapore, Malaysia, every market applicable. So the most important thing is you learn and master the methods. So the market, what market it is actually not that important. Okay, so the other notice is I'm thinking that because sometimes if you want to diagnose your individual stocks, maybe our time is limited, right? So I'm thinking that do you want me to, let's say, diagnose for you in the evening? Let's say the 12 live broadcast we will remain, right? We will keep it. But I'm thinking that maybe we can add an extra live video for just for diagnosing stocks for you. So if you like the idea, right? So you let me know. You WhatsApp me, or yeah, you write in the comment section. Let me know whether or not you'd like me to add an extra live video for you to diagnose stocks for you. All right, so let me know. Okay, so that's all for today. So it's Friday, right? So tomorrow is weekend. So wish you have a nice weekend, and looking forward to seeing you next Monday. Bye bye.